Let's talk a little bit about who are these creators and what are they minting typically, do you find? I mean, NFT obviously is, we say this all the time on the show, it's just a wrapper for any digital item, so a song could be an NFT, an article could be an NFT, a piece of art could be an NFT. I think we've gone a little caught up in the hype of an NFT as a monkey JPEG, but it's so much more than that. So I'm curious, what are you seeing creators using NFTs for, and how are you seeing any trends? Like, what has that led you guys to think about in terms of the way you are developing your creative toolkit?
Yeah, this is a super interesting question. And I think, we really see like the full breadth of human creativity coming on chain. So it's like everything from like high art to memes to music, video content as well. Like we're seeing basically the whole spectrum, and it's sometimes like really established artists that are incorporating a Web3 strategy into their artistic practice. Sometimes it's like people just experimenting. We're seeing brands obviously experimenting in the space as well and thinking about what they can do there. I think the on-chain media is probably the best way that I think about it, which is like it can really be anything. And I think the biggest changes that I've seen over the last year have maybe tied into the bear market. Essentially, like, bull market was all one-of-ones, auctions, super high-priced NFTs. Artists were really producing very like big pieces of work and, getting like these super high bids for it, which was really, really amazing to see. I think with the bear market, there's been a move more towards minting smaller, less production-heavy pieces of work that play more into sort of the more playful experience of like an open edition. It doesn't have to be the super expensive one-of-one, but it's a very low cost entry point to that artist's world. We also see a lot of artists minting things around a bigger piece. So maybe there's the super expensive one-of-one, but there's also the fragments and sketches around the artistic practice that are being minted as part of distributing their work to more collectors instead of looking for people to buy things at a higher price.
Let's take an example of a creator. You can pick whether you want it to be an artist. When would they first interact with Zora? And then what would be the steps of how they would use the creator toolkit and then all the way through until mint? Like, what does that process look like for them?
Yeah, of course. I mean, it's super easy. So
you don't hear that enough in Web3. Nice to hear somebody say it's super easy.
Yeah, I mean, we try our hardest to make it very easy for creators to use our toolkit. And like, that's, I think, the piece of feedback that we get all of the time from people that we're onboarding to Web3 is they're like, oh, wow, I can't believe it's actually that easy, which is really nice. And I think definitely one of our superpowers as well, that minting on Zora is super straightforward. Basically, like we attract a lot of artists through our networks. Like we have amazing artists on chain who are super proud to be associated with Zora, who talk about us a lot. And there's a lot of goodwill, I think, in a lot of artist communities towards us as a toolkit. So usually we find that artists come into contact with us kind of through word of mouth, like through our brand. And really what they do is once they come, you connect your wallet, you click the create button, you upload your media, a description and title, and that's it. It's super easy. We try to like minimize the choices that you're making. We try to kind of be a bit opinionated about the type of contract that you're using. And yeah, it's that easy. And then once the contract's deployed, it shows up in our feed. You have a personalized mint page, which you can deploy different themes to that. So it's like a kind of, we always like say it's a bit of like a MySpace thing. You can like customize your mint page like with fonts and colors and really kind of tie it into the artwork itself. So it lives in this like world that you have created. And from there, yeah, your audience will be able to mint directly on your mint page.